Like, can you really learn English with AI audios? Can you really learn English with content that's just being made by AI with not much thought about it? Like, can you learn English speaking to like an AI avatar, or do you learn English speaking to real people?
People are paying premiums to have access to humans now, which is wild.
It's the crazy dystopian world we're going into, right?
Yeah.
This is the new dystopia, because small businesses are getting hit right now and individuals are getting hit. And the rich just keep getting richer.
Who is hurt the most by the broken system? And let's not just focus on the students.
Some platforms do group classes, and when there's no students, the teacher gets $4 an hour for the time.
Even if they prepare for the class, done all the legwork. Oh gosh.
Because they have these investors, right? They're greedy, they're hungry for money. That's all they care about, right?
When you say affordable rate then, let's actually talk rates. Who is Papora not for?
So I think the system...
Okay, so you say the English language learning industry is broken. Why?
So the English language industry is broken because it's meant to give people opportunities to better themselves in their life, their family, in their work. However, like the apps, the courses, the design of everything isn't allowing them to do that. From apps with like a lot of AI, which doesn't work, people on like 600-day streaks, where they think they're progressing, but they're not, or very expensive, like private classes, language schools, which are out of reach for the people who actually need to learn English, right? And teachers are being replaced by AI. Learners can't learn, and the people who need it the most are left with AI and unable to access real teachers. So this is like why I think it's broken and why I feel the need to do something about it.
Do you want to build on that 600-day streak comment? I imagine you're referring to one company in particular, but do you think there's something wrong with productizing language learning in that way, gamifying it?
Yeah, so what I was talking about an app with a green owl.
I wonder which one.
And I think language learning has been over gamified. People are gamifying apps for like retention. They're building in their marketing tactics, right, to get people to use it, to get addicted. But are they talking about progression and learning, or are they talking about the streaks? And I think there's an over-indexation on streaks and achievements, and people sharing it on social media, and they're super proud because of their streaks, right? But then you see people can actually speak English in real life, right? And I think that's a problem. And these apps, they over-index on AI, right? And because they're trying to cut costs, because their investors said cut the costs, cut the teachers, and people are trying to learn English through this, and they're not progressing.
Yeah, so if someone has used 3 to 4 language learning apps so far, why do you think they're still getting stuck or not able to speak English after all of this time?
So I think they're getting stuck for several reasons. One is what we said before, gamification. It's over-gamified. People are over-indexing on the wrong thing. Overuse of AI. Like all of these apps use AI, right? There's a mega trend on like AI English tutors. They think they can speak to an AI, but are they really gaining the confidence? Are they seeing like the nuances in the language? And there's a lack of speaking to real people, teachers. And actually a lot of the content's made by AI as well. Like you look at other apps, all of the content was made by AI, from the audios. Like, can you really learn English with AI audios? Can you really learn English with content that's just been made by AI with not much thought about it? Like, can you learn English speaking to like an AI avatar, or do you learn English speaking to real people?
So all of the classes in Papora are made by the teachers, the humans?
Yeah, they're all made by humans. They're all live over Zoom.
Oh, cool.
And they're from real teachers.
Nice.
Right.
Nice. So you think the system isn't actually really designed for the student?
It's not. So the system, I think the system, so one big reason why the system is broken is because of investors. These big investment companies investing in these apps or these brands, and they're forcing companies to be very profitable. And it doesn't work for the individual, the small business, or the teacher. So it's like 3 people that it's affecting and not working for, right? Teachers are just numbers in a system and they don't get paid fairly. Students have a very bad experience because if they cannot afford to pay for private classes, they're stuck with AI, which doesn't work. And for the small businesses, they just can't afford corporate English, right? These corporate English programs are built for the big corporations who have a lot of money because investors want all of this money. And I think that's a big problem that I'm trying to solve.
And so Papora's not got any investment, right? And you
No investment, zero.
And you will never want it.
Never.
Cool.
Never.
Because then you have to start answering to other people, right?
That's what I mean, because as soon as that happens, the investors come, they want their big return, they want their big exit, they force you to cut different things. Like some other competitors of Papora, they've cut the teachers completely. They replaced them by AI. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I've used language learning apps for Spanish.
Okay.
And I think a lot of the ways that you learn is literally via vocabulary lists.
That's true.
Or totally irrelevant phrases that you will never use
That's true.
in real life. So I guess, how are teachers avoiding this at Papora? And how are they enabling their students to actually go out in the world and speak English rather than check boxes on an app?
It makes sense. I've had the same experience on some apps, and they teach you random stuff that you just don't want to learn. Right? I was trying to learn some Chinese on a green app, and it was like tofu stew, and I was like, why am I learning about tofu and stew? I just want to go out and say hello.
Yeah.
And this is when I was visiting like China for a while. I was like, this is completely useful, and I deleted the app in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So the whole premise of the Papora methodology is you learn through real life situations, not random lists of vocabulary and these things, right? So I remember when I was learning Spanish at school, right, it'd be like, hey, let's learn the countries. Now let's learn the parts of the body, and then let's learn the family members, right? But then you memorize lists, and then you try and speak, and you can't say anything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I said, what if you learn through real life situations, whether it's, I don't know, like you're going to like a shop, or you're meeting a friend, or in the business context, you're having like a meeting. And through those real life situations, you learn the vocabulary, you learn the grammar, you put it into practice, you have like conversations. Wouldn't that be more useful? So that's what it's based on, right? Every lesson is a real life situation, and you're learning through context rather than vocabulary lists, which is more memorization based. And at the end, you can't even speak, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Who is hurt the most by the broken system? And let's not just focus on the students that are sometimes cheated. Who else is affected?
So apart from the individual, I would say there's two main groups who are impacted. One is the small business owners who can't afford corporate level English classes. Like they can't afford $30 per class for their employees, right? If I'm like a local coffee shop or another type of business and I want to get more business through upskilling my staff in English, they can't compete with the big guys, right? And then the other people are the teachers. And I think teachers are overlooked massively, right? They are also impacted by this as well. They're treated as a number. They're running around doing free trial classes, and these platforms take all the money for these trial classes, right? There's a platform where the student pays 50% for a trial class, and the platform takes all the money. Can you believe that?
Can you talk to me a little bit about percentage splits then with teachers and platforms when you've done your research before, or what the industry average is?
Okay. I mean, I haven't found a well-known brand who teaches their teachers well.
Okay.
Like some platforms do group classes, and when there's no some platforms do group classes, and when there's no students, the teacher gets $4 an hour for their time.
Even if they prepare for the class, done all the legwork. Oh gosh.
They get $4 for their time. In other platforms, they do free trial classes. They're running around like headless chickens, doing like these trial classes. Or students are rescheduling all the time, and in the end, like it doesn't work, right? They're treating as numbers. There's platforms with hundreds of teachers, and they're just numbers. There's no real community. Like I've spoken to many teachers, and they're missing the aspect of community, right? These big platforms, they log in, they see like an interface, they do their class, they use as a number, and that's it. And they get, and some platforms, they take 35% of their rate, and they take it from the teacher.
Wow.
And that really sucks.
Yeah.
And that's one thing we're changing. So a lot of platforms, they over focus on the student. How can we give the student the cheapest price? How can I, as a business or a big platform, make the most money? And they don't care about the teachers. So Papora, I thought, how can I make it so it's great for students and great for teachers and great for business, right?
Then
so
everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Like teachers are treated with respect and not as a number. Students get something that's accessible and affordable, where they can learn English. We're not replacing teachers by AI or giving people who don't have a lot of money just an AI solution, because that's what they're being left with, right? Let's be real. Like, if you think about where the world is heading, the people with not a lot of income to spend on things, they'll be left with the AI stuff.
Yeah, people are paying premiums to have access to humans now, which is wild.
That's the crazy dystopian world we're going into, right?
Yeah.
This is the new dystopia. Let's say 5 years time, 10 years time. Let's say 5 years.
Yeah.
Like if I don't have much money, I get the AI end of the stick. If I'm the rich person, I get the human end of the stick. And it feels like there's no companies fighting to make something in the middle. Right? And that's what I'm trying to change.
That's nice. Yeah, I think it's going to be called for as well, especially in learning in the future.
People can cook up a course with AI in a second. Is it good?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so is Papora an app, a platform, a community? What would you say it actually is?
So Papora is a movement. It's a group of people, a community who wants to stand up against this broken system where the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, where opportunities are not given to the people who need it the most. And it's people standing up for huge corporations, these big businesses getting all of this money from investors, and all they're trying to do is get them a return. It's a group of people who want to stand up and give small businesses an opportunity through English to thrive and grow, because small businesses are getting hit right now and individuals are getting hit and the rich just keep getting richer, right? So that's the goal, to create a community of people who want to stand up for this and really change the game, which is broken. And I don't see anyone else trying to do this.
So when you say affordable rate, then let's actually talk rates.
Okay.
Well, you say affordable rate. So what are some of these other platforms charging? Like, how much more are they charging? And what does Papora cost?
Okay. So some platforms, they try and lock you into a yearly contract, which is like $1,000, $1,500. You get live classes and courses. They lock you into this huge contract. Other platforms, you pay per class. Let's say the average is, I don't know, $15, $20 per class. You pay per class, right? You just like pay as you go. What I did at Papora is I said, what if we did group classes, maximum 6 people? Because in language schools, you might be 20 people and you learn nothing, right? So I said, let's cap it at 6 people maximum, because group classes would enable me to offer something more affordable. And what if we did something crazy? What if we gave unlimited group classes to people at a fixed cost per month? It's like $69 per month. And you got unlimited English classes. Some people are doing like 30 classes per month.
What's a maximum someone could do in that month if they really said, I'm going all in?
Hundreds.
Oh, really?
There's like dozens per day. Like some people are just on it all the time.
Wow.
You see them again and again because they really need it.
Yeah.
So I said, how could we build a system that could actually give people opportunities and at the same time treats teachers with respect? How could we find that middle where no other platform is doing that?
Yeah. So $69 a month, unlimited classes a month for students and for small businesses. They have the same rate, or is it different depending on
small businesses can pay that? Small businesses can pay that and get limited classes, and then we have smaller rates as well to make it more affordable. Actually, for small businesses, it starts at just $19 per employee per month, and it's like four live classes and for access to all of like the content, the self-guided courses, like the system where they can see progress with their employees, reports, etc. Just $19 per month.
Cool.
Because
Great.
these other platforms is $30 per class per employee.
Yeah.
Right. It's not accessible for like the small business.
Yeah.
There's no solution out there, I believe, for small businesses.
Yeah.
To help them actually compete with the big guys.
Where's your biggest customer base, client base at the moment?
Right now, it's mainly the biggest one right now is like US and Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of immigrants who move to the US who need English, and then Mexico because it's a really big market.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're also opening for anyone who speaks Portuguese, Italian, French, Turkish, German, Polish, and then very recently we added the platform in English. So anyone with intermediate English can learn English on Papora. So we've opened it to the world.
Yeah. Wait, so list to me those languages again that you cover that you can teach from.
So these are languages. So if you speak these languages,
Yes.
you can learn English
Yes.
on Papora.
Tell
So
me.
we have Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, Polish, German, Turkish. Did I say Turkish?
No, but
Turkish. And now the platform is also in English.
Yeah. That's funny. The last language you added was English, but it makes sense
That is
as well.
funny.
Yeah.
I didn't, yeah. I mean, that is, it's going to sound cheesy. I woke up one day and said, actually, why aren't we doing this in English?
Yeah.
Why are we opening our doors literally to the whole world so that they can access this, get the benefit, and unlock their opportunities that they cannot unlock today?
Yeah.
So I said, let's do it in English. Right now, it's from lower intermediate and above, right? And they can join live classes. They get all of these benefits as well.
Great.
So anyone who needs English can join. Any business who wants to upskill their employees in English can join.
Nice. I love that. How's Papora doing it with your teachers? What's the structure or payment split or percentage split? How's it working for you?
So Papora has live classes, group classes. So we do group classes, and even if there's 0 students, the teacher gets 100% of their rates, no matter what. So what we do is we take this time when there's 0 students, and we have this thing called 0 student time projects. So could be working on new materials, new classes, reviewing other classes other teachers made, right? So we have like a big list of things that they can do to add value. So it's a win-win. So for the teacher, they can anticipate what they're going to make at the end of the month. And for Papora, there's some type of benefit if there's 0 students as well. So it's like a win-win, right? Because imagine being a teacher and you don't know how much money you'll have at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And then you're just scraping by. I'm going to get $4. I'm going to get my full rate. Like they have no idea.
Yeah.
And then the Papora model, there's no free trial classes at all. We give students, so if they pay for a subscription and they can take 2 classes, and if they, for whatever reason, they don't like it, they can get a full refund, but we always pay the teachers.
So let's go big picture.
Okay.
Where would you say in a dream world, Papora is 10 years from now, 20 years from now? What's the big vision?
So the big vision, the big goal is to help 1 million people per month unlock opportunities through English. 1 million people. And this is like the big goal. Like I have in my mind, the team has as well. And we're working every day because we want to help 1 million people every single month learn English, and we want to make it accessible. We're not here to rip them off like other companies, many companies are doing. Right, so goals to help 1 million people upskill, get a better job, whether they're an immigrant or like a single parent, or a student or the unemployed, whoever they may be. The goal is 1 million. Or small business owners who have 6 employees, like they have a chance as well to succeed and globalize and help reach new customers through their business who speak English.
Papora is for a lot of people that want to learn English. Who is Papora not for?
Papora isn't for the big corporations that have all this money and just don't need it. Right? If a big corporation with hundreds of employees making loads of revenue knocks on our door, we won't be interested.
Okay.
We're here to help the small businesses who actually need it. Same with people. Like anyone can sign up, of course. But our goal is to help the people who actually need it, the people looking for affordability, right? Like we also have a plan which is $14.50 per month. There's no live classes, but they get access to all of the content, unlimited content, all of the levels, all of the content. And we're going to be adding content every single month at the same price because these other platforms, Netflix, Spotify, they keep hiking up their prices all the time. Right? Every year there's a price hike, $1, $2. Ads being plugged into the middle of movies now on Prime. It's because they have these investors, right? They're greedy. They're hungry for money. That's all they care about, right? So I'm never going to increase the price. My even team said, "Oh, we're creating all these new things. Are we going to increase the price?" I said, "No. We're going to keep it as it is, right? Like the goal is to have a platform which is very accessible to anyone and everyone, and we're designing it to people who actually need to learn English the most." Because a lot of people aren't aware that all these teachers, thousands of teachers, are getting ripped off every single day. They're doing classes on platforms and they have no idea. They're treated like a number. Like they have no idea. So step one is create awareness that this issue actually exists.
Yeah.
And basically, we all know we're living in a society which is getting weird, right? We're in this weird AI world, where, like I said, like this gap is getting bigger between the rich and the poor. So I think first step is awareness, like recording this with you and kind of letting people know that we're on this mission and we're trying to change, that we're actually trying to change things. And basically, this isn't how cheesy, right? But actually make the world a better place, actually give people access and build something from human, like by humans, for humans, not by AI for humans.
Yeah.
Humans.
Cool.
Right? Because the world's losing touch with reality. I know you also know this world is going crazy with AI and people getting cut, like writers being cut, teachers being cut, people getting replaced by AI, and we're getting into a world which feels strange, like everyone knows post-COVID, we're in like this strange world that we don't understand. And thanks for recording this.
Yeah, no worries, pleasure.
Cool.
Look forward to following the journey.
Thank you.
Cheers.